like my pits, for some reason, my pits and my nuts are like the first two things that I attack when I'm in the shower. Because I think it's like, they stink the worst. They're like the worst for men. Women, I don't know what you guys do. I don't know what y'all tackle first. But for men, like, well, for me, I will speak for me purely. It's like pits are first. Number one, pits are getting scrubbed, and then my nuts get scrubbed, and then I start doing legs, and then upper, and try to get my neck, face, blah blah blah. But when I'm doing my chest and stomach and all of that kind of all get a sweep. It all doesn't get like completely scrubbed or anything, but I sweep it. I'll wash it down, I'll rub it down. But I was thinking, if you have a big ass gut that hangs over, do you have to lift up your stomach and scrub underneath? Or is it just like you just forget all about it and there's just like lint, nachos, Cheetos, like containers from apple pies, from McDonald's, and just sitting under there, just being forgotten? I'm just curious. Like, no, for real, I'm serious. I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm like, I wonder if that's an area that needs to be washed, or is it self-cleaning, like a self-cleaning oven? Like, there's just so much going on under there. Like, the bacteria just kills each other. They just, be like, we smell so bad we don't even smell anymore. We fight each other. We it's like cannibal bacteria. So it's so dirty that it just kind of self-cleans every month or so. And it's not like dick cheese or anything, because, that would be like really bad. But I'm just curious. I want to know if the underneath the belly has to be cleaned, because I have a gut, but my gut's not huge. It's just like a regular dude's gut. And it's not flat. It's just like a bump, and you don't have to lift it up or move it or anything. It just kind of puffy. But you could just do it all in one sweep. You can do your titties and your nipples and your belly button, and then go down to the bush, clean it up. It's just like a sweep. And I was like, with them, like, do they have to lift stuff up and like move things and like, I don't know, like squirt or shoot some like Comet liquid or something, or Fabuloso to like get extra. I don't know. I'm just curious. I'm sure, cause like, and when I always see those chicks that wear like leggings, and then they have that big old fupa, and it's just big, and it's like a sack. It's like a baby Joey is sitting in there, and I'm always like, what does that look like without stretch pants, without leggings? Like, what does that actually look like? And if you are a dude, how are you getting in there? Because there's a whole lot of stuff around the area that you need to get into. How are you getting in there? That's my question. See, I need some questions answered before I die. I mean, they got that Make-A-Wish Foundation, and if I'm ever on that, they're gonna be like, well, you want to go to Disneyland? You want to go to Disney World? You want to meet like Steve Garvey or something? I'm like, I want to know what a dude got to do to get past that fupa. Somebody need to show me a visual. And do big ass men need to lift their stomach up and clean it? These are things I need answered before I go to beyond. I need these answered. No, I'm serious. Y'all think I'm playing, but I'm not. I'm dead serious, because these are things I need to know, because like, my time is coming. Shit. I'm 40 something. So I'm just curious. Somebody needs to answer that. Tweet me, OA Fagazine, and that's at Twitter. And I now have SoundCloud, so this will be the first show on SoundCloud. So we'll be putting all my shows on SoundCloud, so you can listen on SoundCloud. And so there's TuneIn, iTunes, Spreaker, Stitcher, and now SoundCloud. So yay for that. And maybe I'll even go into Mixcloud as well. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So yeah, somebody, if anybody want to tweet me about that, send visuals. I need that. And I was also talking about, I jotted this down and I was asking a friend too. I was like, remember when we were all wearing those WWJD bracelets? Like, what made them come and what made them go? Like, were we just really like this society of lost souls who, for at one point of our life in the like 2000s, were so hung up on trying to do the right thing by saying, what would Jesus do? Like, because everybody was wearing those. Like, I'm talking everybody. They were on bumper stickers. It was everywhere. And it's like, what happened to that? Like, what brought it on? Like, who was the person that said, okay, let's do WWJD? And then what made it disappear? Like, what happened? Like, why? I mean, was it just that trendy where it was just dumb to like still wear them? Because I know I see people wearing those rubber bracelets that we used to say, like that Armstrong shit or whatever. I forgot what that dude's name, that bicycle dude. And I remember everybody was wearing those, and then those turned into like everything. Like, they would start off with something, and then they would be like cupcakes and shit, and you just feel like, oh god, what does it say? Like, oh my god, love, like, just whatever. And now people just wear them for the sake of wearing them. And when I see them, I'm just like, why do people still wear those? And like friendship bracelets, I'm like, why do people still wear those? I remember when friendship bracelets first came out, they were like really cool, and they had like this cool meaning, and everybody was like giving you them. But then about a month into the whole transition and trading, like bartering system, you started to smell something, and you were like, what does that smell? And you were like, what is that? What is that? Is that something sour? What smell is that? Where's it coming from? Something dead? And then you would smell your wrist, and you realize that not only did this thing capture every bacteria possible, but you were sleeping on it, because if you slept on your arm, on your wrist or whatever, you were getting it all on your face, all on your pillows. You just had like ptomaine poisoning just all on your wrist. I remember one day I came home and I took a nap, and I was like smelling something, and it was just the worst. I just didn't know where the smell was. I walked all over our apartment. Like, I was like, where is that smell coming from? Why is it following me? What is it? I smelled my shirt. I smelled everything. And you know, sometimes you have to, you know, smell your underwear because you don't know. Maybe it's coming from between your legs. Because, come on, don't even act like you haven't squatted and knew that you needed to take a bath. And not even a shower, like a bath. Like, you needed to sit your ass in water. And I was like, where is that smell coming from? And I couldn't figure it out. And I remember going to sleep, taking a nap or whatever, and it dawned on me I could smell it even worse, and it was coming from those damn friendship bracelets. I was like, they weren't friendship, somebody was trying to put the root on you. It was like a gree bracelet. Like, somebody was trying to kill you with your bracelet. They was like, here, have these. And they just gradually just caught like every type of virus and bacteria possible to man, and put it all on one like strand of yarn wrapped around your wrist, and you just walked around thinking you were being friendly, but you were being killed slowly. I remember taking that shit off, cutting those damn things off, and threw that shit in the trash. I didn't explain shit to anybody. They were just done. That trend was over. God, so it was like WWJD, those damn friendship bracelets, those Armstrong things, and it was, Live Strong. That's what they said, Live Strong. I hated that. I honestly never got those. Never. I never felt that. I've never fell into that. I hated those. But now, so what really came to me, the reason why this show, part of this came from watching that Bruce Jenner special of him becoming a woman, which we're not even going to talk about. We're really not, because there's just nothing to talk about there. Nothing. There really isn't. But I was telling one of my friends, it was like, who waits until they're 65 years old to become a woman when they're a man? Like, who waits? You're 65. I told her, I was like, that's not even a surgery. I was like, his dick was about to fall off anyway. All they have to do is like tie it to like a door, like when you have a loose tooth, and just put a string and tie it to a doorknob and slam the door real hard. It would have fallen off anyway. There would be no surgery and probably barely any blood. Like, they would just put some Bactine on it and some Neosporin and a Band-Aid, and he would be fine. That surgery would be over. You're 65 freaking years old and you want to become a woman. Like, this, I don't, it's, people keep talking about he's so brave. This is not bravery when you're insane. When you're insane, it is not bravery, because you don't even know what you're doing. Like, I had a trans friend, and my trans friend was amazing. I really enjoyed being friends with Quinn because he is amazing. And you can see the pictures back, because I put them back, and I remember, you know, there was this situation which I'll bring up on another topic about those pictures. But I think he's beautiful, and therefore the photos are going to be up. They're up because I think he's beautiful, and that is just how I feel. I am not against trans folk, not at all, but I am against trans stunts, and this is a stunt. Like Chaz Bono, I think personally, I think Chaz Bono looks better as a male. Personally, I just think that, hey, you look better. You can be fat. You ain't got to worry about people calling you fat, because when you're a dude, they don't care. But if she was a girl like that, they would just talk about her weight, blah blah blah. So I'm happy. I think great. But this bullshit is a joke. But what it brought me to thinking, it was like, you know, there's so many celebrities that I don't even imagine, celebrity men that I would even imagine having a penis, or would I even care about seeing their dick? I just, like, and there was a list, and I started to make the list, and the list got long. But I promise you, when I was thinking about Bruce Jenner before, like the photos before he was, you know, transitioning, I was like, I couldn't imagine him naked, and I wouldn't want to see his dick at all. I could just would, even if you saw him, like, cause his sons are fine as hell, but like, he just, like, when he was, even when he was a Olympian, like when he was doing all that shit and was on the Wheaties box, and nice banging body, still just wouldn't, no sex appeal to me whatsoever. And that list of celebrities got longer and longer, and I was going, how crazy is it that, like, I'm gay as fuck, and I was like, there are celebrity men that I can't even imagine would even have a penis at all. Like, okay, so let me go back to my list, because you know what, I'm not gonna go to the list, because the list is just, I don't want to read it out, but I'm just gonna say a couple. Okay, now the one person I couldn't even imagine, like, just ew. Like, just ew. Like, Howard Stern was like #1 on my list. I was like, I know he's talked about it, but I can't even imagine seeing it. I just be like, gross. Like, don't ever, like, I'm not even that type of a guy. Like, you don't know what I do. I take pictures of naked, and I would encourage him not to show me what he looked, because I can't even imagine what it would look like. Because it'd be like, you know how you go to the gym and those old ass white dudes are like, you know, walking around, like walking like 2 steps at a time, you know, a minute, every 2 steps a minute, you know, walking buck naked, no flip-flops, into the shower, and then they dry their nuts with the hand dryer. Like, that's what I imagine when I think about seeing him naked. I would not want to see him naked at all. I wouldn't want to see his dick at all. Believe it or not, like, I can't even imagine, and he's such a random person, so just bear with me, like Steve Harvey. Like, all you see is those big chiclet ass teeth, and I would just think like naked he would be gross. Like, I can't even just